I'm going to shoot you straight. Business plans are BS. I said it. They're BS. They're a joke. I've done more business plans than I probably want to admit I have done. And in doing so, I spent months and months of putting marketing strategies together, financial projections, development of products and services, the whole nine. And this is the thing about it. I never, ever used it for any of my businesses. See, what they don't tell you is that business plans aren't for you, not for me, not for entrepreneurs. A business plan is for investors and for lenders. It's for you to look proper and polished on paper, but not in real life. This is the problem that we face. Now, I know some of y'all going like, yo, bro, you have to have a business plan in order to know which way you're going. It is a guide. It is a North Star. So you have to have a business plan. And I'm going to say, no, you don't. In fact, I think a business plan can hurt you and set you back and even help you to fail a lot quicker. What? So if you don't believe me, then I'm going to tell you to stick around, listen to the 3 points that I have that are going to prove that I'm correct. Go ahead, stick around. Let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, I told you I had 3 points. I call them more reasons. 3 reasons why I am correct that business plans are BS. Now, before I dive into it, I want to let you know at the end, I'm going to tell you what you should be doing, what you should do in order to be able to have the North Star and to guide. And it's not a business plan. Trust me, it's something else that you need to utilize. So stick around and find out what that is. Now, number one reason for why I say a business plan is BS is because they have you living in fantasy with a thing called projections. You have to have projections. You got to know what your financial projections are for the next 5 years. You got to know what your marketing plan projections are. You got to know what your personnel rollout's going to be over the next 5 years. Come on, bro. Come on, sis. This is a fantasy. This is make-believe. This is playing house. You're making up things that out there in the future, you don't know if it's going to happen. You don't even know how to come up with these doggone figures. You're just making things up. And guess what? They know it. Investors and bankers, they know it. They had you doing this exercise just for the fact of making you jump through hoops. They already know who they're going to invest their money in. And it's not people who have the greatest business plan. It's people who is well connected, who they know, or who they have trust in, or they have faith in their management team. It's not the business plan. Believe me on that, folks. So they have you out there chasing the carrot, living in la la land, trying to come up with these numbers out of your butt. If you're using AI, you're coming up with numbers off of some technology and you don't even know why you have it. So throw that out the window. Number two reason is actually helping to perpetuate and continue this lie, this illusion, this fantasy. It actually is pushing the envelope a little bit further. And it's all about you need to be an expert in all these areas in order to do a business plan or understand a business plan. What am I talking about? So, okay, if you're putting together a business plan and you have to put financial projections for the next 5 years, that means you got to understand finances pretty well, how the revenue works, how the operating works, right? What ratios or percentages you should be using, right? You have to kind of know that. If you're using AI, you still need to know how to interpret that. So when a banker asks you or an investor asks you, you're able to answer the quiz, the test. So you need a degree in finance then, right? Sounds insane. Now, also, you need one in marketing because you need to know everything about marketing, how to do a market analysis, how to do your segmentation with your audience, how to do your testing, to know what the stats and statistics and metrics are. You need to know all the history of. Come on. That's a lot of expertise. Finance and marketing. Now, that's not it. You also got to be an expert in designing if you're designing the product. And you got to be an expert in programming if you're programming some software or some type of app. You got to know how to do it. I know, you can do AI now and create an app. Hey, guess what? You got to know how to do it. You got to know the inner workings. You got to be able to explain how it works, why it works, when it works, where it works, and how the coding is, and what would the coding do if it does X, Y, Z. Do you follow what I'm saying? It's saying that you have to be an expert in all the areas to understand the business plan and to write the business plan. And again, the bankers and investors, they know you don't know this stuff. They know when they're sitting down talking to you, and you're going, oh, well, see, what it's this, it's that. They know, like, okay, he's full of crap. He's blowing smoke, right? We have to pretend. In order to make the business plan look good. And that's nothing but BS and smoke right there. Now, number three, really, really, really is big because it can make or break you. And a lot of people who are new to entrepreneurship, new to going into business, they get caught up in this and it can actually destroy them. And that is being boxed in by your business plan. So, what do I mean by that? Well, when you do a business plan, they say, hey, this is your guide, this is your North Star, that you need to stay focused, you need to stay on the grind, you need to follow this plan. This is your roadmap. So, don't get off course because you get off course, you're getting distracted and you're not staying focused on what you're supposed to do. Use this as your guide. BS, man. BS. Like I told you, I never use my business plan in my business. And I guarantee you that if you talk to any other businesses out there, 9 times out of 10, they never use their business plan. I guarantee you, if you ask them for their business plan, it's probably collecting dust or it's somewhere lost on the computer somewhere on the memory stick. All right. What a business plan is static. If you created it 4 years ago, 2 years ago, it's static. It's not fluid. It's not telling you today. You need something that's fluid, that's going to work for today, right? And the only way that you're going to have something work for today is start your business. Stop trying to prep for you going into business by doing 6 months worth of research on marketing and finances and the whole works on this, right? You need to start it. And you're going to learn what the finances is. You're going to learn what the marketing is. You're going to learn what the development is. It's on the job learning. Now, I told you I was going to tell you what you should be doing in lieu of, because you do still need something to guide you. What you need is an executive summary. Executive summary is a miniaturized version of a business plan. It is usually a 1 or 2 pager. It's going to cover short term. It's going to be 12 months, 24 months worth of projections only, because that's short term. It gives you a launch pad. It's allowing you to know, okay, this is what I need to do on day 1, day 30, day 60, day 90. So it is the launching pad aspect. You're going to be able to put on who's initially part of your team. You're going to put on there initially what part of your development you are, because guess what? It's going to change. It's going to be an ever-changing document. It's fluid. It's changing with time and with trends. That's why I say get rid of doing traditional business plans. Don't write another one. Write an executive summary. That's all that's needed, and get started. For any of you that still disagree with me, put down in the comments. I'll go ahead and debunk that too. If you think this was helpful for you, I want you to give me some thumbs up, put some comments down below. And hey, I want you to check out this video here and this video here if you're on this journey and you need help. This is your boy J.I., a random podcast. I'll holler at you on the other side.